Oh, you did?
last night because I was having a problem. All right, so we're on YouTube right now, and in 1 second, we are going to. I have to reset this
Password.
password. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who are watching on YouTube, just hold fast because I see what's happening here. Uh, I need to reset the DH. This. I need to do the password over because I was sharing some stuff last night, Quest.
Mm-hmm.
And when I shared it, like I kept sharing, and then it was like, oh, like they put them boys on, they put Zuckerberg on Capitol Hill, right? This is what happened. He went to Capitol Hill,
Oh, months ago.
right?
Yeah.
And what happened, they made it so hard on him that they started putting new policies together. So they didn't even give me a chance to say, uh-oh, for security, re-enter your password. 1 second, I can't even think. This, coming. Mm. It didn't even give me a chance to say, is it really you doing this? It was like, no, here's a 25-point checklist and you go and change your password. So, all of my stuff just kind of got disconnected. So I stayed up half the night reconnecting this stuff.
Man.
Okay, so we good on this. And yeah, okay, so there's that. And all right, y'all. So I'm getting I'm logged in. Oh my goodness, are you for real?
What happened?
I'm still trying to get the thing logged in. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, so they got Zuckerberg so um whatever that they put some crazy policies in, man. They not trying he's not trying to get in trouble. So the policies are like no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm having to put the password back in again. See what's going on. Incorrect. It's not incorrect. Ay.
Yeah. All right. Let me go to you.
People not gonna want to go to YouTube. It's on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
And no diss to YouTube, y'all. Y'all see me. Okay, click that button. Done. Okay. All right. Do this. No hate mail, please. All right.
Yeah.
Starting. So do you see the picture quest? That picture with the link on it? The picture of what we're doing
Yes.
today? Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so I reauthorized it and it's trying to load up now.
Yeah. I'll let you know if it's loaded.
It's still red, but at least it's okay. Now it's green. So I'm gonna green. Got that green quest green. All right. So there he is.
Okay. Yep. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share it to my personal joint.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do as well. That's what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you take the guys to Capitol Hill, and what happens at Capitol Hill, man, is
Yeah.
they like you still want to exist? If you do, then you're gonna do it this way. And it makes it hard on end users like us. Like
Oh yeah.
stuff you've been doing for the last 12 years don't work. Nikki.
And there's some of the most uh technologically unsavvy.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, they
I saw
asked
that dude looking like when they were asking questions, he was like, well,
like, how do you get money? They were like, he was like through advertise.
this thing called advertisement. Advertise. You people come in and they want to like show stuff to other people and then they pay
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
how they do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so those of you who are on YouTube, I apologize for making you have to kind of watch us go through this.
Mm-hmm.
But the other provider, which will now remain nameless, was giving us a warm time. And so we are on that provider now. And we're in there. So, yo, Quest. So, no, not Quest. Nikki. So I told Quest what your plan was last week. Nikki was gonna come on, but she's gonna be like right here, like right here, Quest.
Yo, I
Not in the
bet.
wind, not in the screen. She's gonna be like right and like I was gonna hear bump 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 on the door.
No doubt, I would have loved it.
She would have came all up in the camera. I'm in here.
I'm not gonna tell you no lies. I would have loved it.
I would have cracked up, bro. I would have been mad because the door was knocking. Like my wife, no, I'm in here doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But then when I seen why, I would have been like, okay, y'all done lost it. But
Yeah.
it's good to see Foundation.
Up in the building.
Uh-huh. Vivette,
Yeah.
Frenchie.
Yeah. Let's get them cracking.
All right. So
Hold on, let me just go ahead and share out what I need to share out.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
BK Ronnie Jacks, what up?
Mm-hmm.
11226. I just picked the zip because that's the zip I know.
Mm-hmm.
Flat Bush, the bush.
Oh, come on. That's where it all started for me.
Yeah, man. We used to be on Church Avenue between Flatbush and Bedford. And then my
Mm-hmm.
other peoples was on Macon Street and in the Sty Do or Die.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it was on Kings Highway between 91st and 92nd.
So that's east. I mean, that's what is that called? What's that up there? Flatland, not Flatlands. Yeah, Flatlands or
No, that's all of that area right there is Remsen, Rutland Road, 90s,
mm-hmm.
um,
11206. All right.
Utica.
Yeah.
Yep, church is not too far from there.
Yeah,
Um,
but y'all up, yeah, all the way up, going out.
Clarkson. Yeah,
Yeah. Gotcha. Going toward Kings Plaza way.
yeah,
No?
no, Kings Plaza is way down at the end. Where we are, Kings Highway is where Kings Highway runs into the number 2 and 3 line. In the opposite direction of Kings Highway is when you running
Oh,
out
the
to
opposite side. Okay, somewhere.
Kings Plaza out that way. Yeah.
Okay. Word up.
Mm-hmm.
Frenchie lived on Bedford. Okay. All right. So we're sharing out, and then we're going to get into this so we can get to what we're doing formally.
Yeah, and
And,
today's a jam-packed day, bro. Like
yeah.
I don't think I've ever been as busy as I am in this season right here, D.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll give him a couple seconds. So, for those of you joining us for the very first time, this is the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. That is Quest over there with the Brooklyn hat on, BK stand up.
Yes,
And
indeed.
yeah, we flagging for Brooklyn, man.
Yeah,
And I'm Dave, as you can see. And if you flip it around, we're still the same guys, just on opposite sides. And so when it sounds like we're speaking like we know what we're talking about, it's because we are LIVE with the audio this time out to iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and others. And yeah, so later on, oh no, this is a different program. Never mind. So it's a blessing. We'll catch y'all in a moment as soon as Quest is done sharing with the various
yes,
places
indeed.
sharing.
Yep, one more, and we are actually good.
Una más.
To uno más.
We good, Nikki.
Uno más.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, let's go.
All right. So quiet on the set. Thank you for joining. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll share the screen early today, Quest. I'm gonna share the screen early today.
Come on.
Yeah, big up to Pastor Chambers. Her kids are saying, we saw him. All right, quiet on the set. Yo, all right, forget it. Quiet on the set. Here we go. to it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, what up, what up? You already know what it is. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I am your host with the most, Quest, alongside my man, my man, L. David Harris.
Get on the mic.
And
What up, though?
Oh, what's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. That 15 seconds lasting a long time, but guess what else?
Yo.
Class is in session.
Yeah, no doubt. I love it, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. David, I'm feeling a little different in this season, man. And I don't know if it's because, we turned to 4-5 last week, but it just feels like somebody turned the light switch on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's, relative to just the different seasons of life that you go through. Every round goes higher and higher. I'm feeling that I'm a little bit more sensitive to things now. I've been sharing that with a couple of people,
True indeed.
I don't know if it's the compassion that God has given me or the heart for, because they say when you're a flamingo, you are a shepherd of people, if you will. You take care of people, although you are very outgoing and very, you know what I'm saying? And like, for real, I just find myself crying not so much crying per se, but I find myself shedding tears over a number of different things, shouts out to Joey Kibble. He and I had a wonderful conversation.
Yeah. What up, cuz?
Yeah, we definitely just been doing a little bit of studying together as it relates to word and just applying principles to daily living and trying to, just go to that next level. And I've been in this place where specifically for marriages, I have a high level of sensitivity to certain things when things are not going right between A and B. And I just kind of leave it. I don't go asking nobody no questions or nothing, but just been like lifting people up in prayer. Sometimes you just need to stand in the gap for people. So that's where I'm at, man. In addition to, when it's time for the kids to go back to school, it is an indication that not only for them, but the free paper bond. You know what I'm saying?
Paper bond. Yes.
That mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, those liberties that you had during these summer months are now over. And I know it's difficult for children to adjust, especially for the teenagers to go back to school. But yeah, it's a part of life. So we have to sit down and have some family meetings and discussions with the kids. Nico is starting school now, you know what I'm saying? And there's a bus that comes for him in the morning. So that means my morning schedule routine has now shifted. You know what I'm saying? And so, just a lot of things going on, man. And so, man, keeping all the parents, married folk who got, kids and the dynamics of your home changing. And has Josiah gone back to school yet?
Nah, he's going in a couple of weeks because we're later than y'all. So we were in Mobay yesterday because we rendezvoused with the message crews in Falmouth yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So he went to Mobay and picked up his books. I paid $20,000 one time. Bam.
Yeah.
For those of you confused, I'm not talking about.
I'm just about to say y'all confused because the exchange rate is a little bit different.
I paid $20,000 one time, but I got all the books and everything one time. So Lord bless us. But he's going in a couple weeks. Yeah. For third grade. Yeah. And the little homie is not 8 yet. So praise the Lord for that. Yeah. And it is what it is. Yeah. Get some new uniform pants because he grew out the other ones. So we're all gonna get that night.
You already know. And here's the good thing that Nico is going to a language immersion school, Spanish, of course. So we're just going to fully immerse him in Spanish so that he can learn. And not only that, they don't wear regular clothes. They wear like it is uniform in Jamaica. You wear the khaki. What for them is blue or blue and white. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, he has to wear blue pants anytime he go to school. You know what I'm saying? But he either has to wear a white polo or a blue polo. And I'm thankful for that because that keeps his head off of what he's wearing for the next day. Kids nowadays, they get caught up in this fashion thing early and keeps his mind focused on what he needs to be focused on. And that's his schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm thankful for that as well.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get going, man. Let's make some announcements and get this party started.
Indeed. So I'd like to set it off, man. Yeah, I'm just thankful, man, and full of gratitude that, you know what I'm saying, God has allowed your boy to start this Rated R series, conferences, Rated R tour. The website is coming soon. But with the first one we did was in Atlanta. It was lovely. The second one we did.
Rated R means rated.
No. We ain't talking about like Rated R. Like, it is definitely 21 and over, but it's not Rated R like a movie rating. The R stands for relationship. So in essence, it's rated relationships.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? And it is for a number of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, let me just say, if you're asking yourself, you know what I'm saying, what is your well, let me just ask it. What is your relationship status? So if you're single, if you're dating, you know, exclusively, if you're engaged, if you're married, you know what I'm saying? Another question, is this your first marriage?
Mm-hmm.
You know, another question, is sex, intimacy, communication, trust, all of those a topic of concern for you in your relationship or your home? You know what I'm saying? Are you or will you become a blended family?
Right.
Are you considering divorce right now? Are you considering whether you should stay or you should go in your regular relationship, like not married? But if you're dating and you're trying to find out, should I stay? Should I go? You know, and what do you hope to gain from the event that we're about to attend? And that's all the questions. If you have those questions going through your head, then Rated R is definitely for you. First one, like I said, was in Chicago. Second one was in Atlanta. This third one, when? September 8th. Where? Dallas, Texas. Yep.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I'm just saying, from 6:30 to 10 p.m. And here's the funny thing, D, because of what we've been doing, you and I with the podcast, because of the work that I've been doing in terms of this, like the regular content that I put out on a week-to-week basis. There's a couple who has been featured as one of the couples on a show that comes on Oprah's network, on the OWN network, called Black Love. Shouts out to Todd and Alicia Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Big up the Taylor gang. They like the work that I was doing, and we've had some conversations, and they will be one of the panelists with me in Dallas, Texas on September 8th. If you want more information, please go to eventbrite.com. If you want to be in the building, go to eventbrite.com. And put the city in for Frisco, which is one of the suburbs for Dallas. Just put Frisco in as the city, and then type in Rated R Dallas and get your tickets now.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep. So see y'all there. Hope to see y'all in the building. I promise you, it's going to be an event like no other. Really and truly, D, I don't want to see another relationship lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see another relationship head to divorce. And for those who are not in marriage yet, I want to see you do it right. There is a right and a wrong way to do this, right? And I definitely don't want you to do the wrong way, because you end up paying more than what you did. Yeah, that's another topic for another time.
Yeah, man. Save your marriage before it starts.
Yeah, no doubt. Come on. Yep. And so with that being said, yeah, man, I want to go ahead and shout out Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. I'm telling y'all, man, we are putting some wonderful programs together. Whether you want to, like, for real, we live in a day and age, like, for real, if you're not growing, it's a sad state, you know, to be stagnant. And here's another thing. If you're not accepting challenges and difficulties, then you're definitely not growing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the whole, you know, the price that we pay, you know what I'm saying, for life, is to grow and to accept challenges and all these other different things. But if you are personal development, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurial endeavors, you're trying to go to the next level. And the one that I always say that I'm biased to is this thing that we talk about called marriage. Yep. I'm the director of that program. If you want to find out more, do me a favor. And if you have any desire to grow in any of those areas and so much more, do me a favor, check out what we have to offer. breatheuniversity.com. The Take Control event is coming up real soon, I believe, in San Francisco. There is Ignite the Dream. Your boy Inky Johnson and ET on the same stage. I'm telling you, it is going to be phenomenal. If you need more event, for those of you who don't know who Inky Johnson is,
look him up. Just do it. Just do it. Just hurry up.
Just do it.
As soon as we're done here, go look him up.
And if you don't know who Dr. Eric Thomas is, then check your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of tough to not.
Yeah, that's tough to not know that.
Not heard at all, but it's possible. So go check it.
Yeah, come out from under the rock. In any case, if you want more information on the events coming up, go to etinspires.com/events and hope to see you at one of those.
Yeah, man. Marriage Ain't for Suckers had a baby. That baby is grown, though. That baby is grown and married.
Come on.
It's the Grown and Married program with yours truly and Queen Simone. Yeah, she's my rib. We have started, man. We got a lot of programs in the can already, Quest.
Yep.
And of course, we're hitting the dynamic full circle now because, of course, we have broken the mold with you and I breaking the mold, being two men, giving the marriage perspective this way. And of course, they've been wanting to hear from our queens, man. So
I love it.
The Harrises started, wanted to get that party started and reach out far and wide, man. So that's positive. I won't give you too much, but yeah, grownandmarried.com. Check them out. And you won't be disappointed.
Absolutely.
And that's where it is, man. I think I'll just keep it simple so we can get into this program here, man.
Yep.
I'm not going to give you out a drop today. I'm lying. Of course I'm lying. I have to give you the drop. I got to give it to you, but I got to find it. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. I'm not going to rap for y'all because I don't do it.
I know Ronnie Jackson love it though.
However, but this program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/marriage with more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today we are doing the same thing that we did last week. We're waiting for you to give us a recommendation. Go to audibletrial.com/marriage and get something free and recommend it to us, man. Put it in the feed. Let us know what you got, man.
If they don't have one, I have one for you. And let me tell you something. Shouts out to Will and Tamika, a lovely couple here in the Charlotte area. We're a part of their marriage book group, and we are studying a book and having I'm talking about hot conversation. When I say hot, I'm talking about the acronym HOT. Honest, open, and transparent. It's been like for real wonderful for me and my wife. And the book that we are looking over, D, is Cherish by Gary. By Gary Thomas. And it's subtitled The One Word That Changes Everything for Your Marriage. Yep.
Definitely.
So if you don't have one, check that one out. Fire.
Yeah, man. All right, so today's topic is moral high ground, fact or fiction. And here's the thing, man. A lot of times people take marriage for a joke, and it absolutely is not. It has never been a joke. But then you have this concept, people are in politics, fake religion and true religion that's undefiled. And, you throw around this concept of high ground. And you know what, Quest? It's not always a pure term. So that's why today it's going to sound a little bit weird, but we're going to make it make sense. So moral high ground, fact or fiction. I don't care what your thought process is in marriage. There are some basic tenets. I'm going to call them tenets that will save your marriage no matter what your belief system is. We'll talk about those in a little while, but the fact is we're not talking about, like hypocritical, you're pointing the finger, laying down the law in your house, making up rules, saying this is how it's going to be in our household because I say so. And if you don't come up to my level, then I'm better than you. None of that. We're not talking about fake moral high ground. We're talking about people who want to live by principle for the benefit of the team, the marriage, and everybody who will be influenced by them. So if you were confused by the topic, we're talking about for real, like the high ground. And we'll talk about, some of the tenets. I'm going to call them tenets of successful marriage. So we can, definitely not be confused, regardless of your religious persuasion.
Yeah. It's funny, D, when you say that, I immediately, I automatically or immediately think of what marriage is, who is involved in it, and more importantly, above all of it, who it was created by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Knowing what marriage is and what it isn't. And what I know about marriage is that it's divine above any and everything else. It's divine.
True indeed.
And when I say divine, I mean specifically that it was created by God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can go to your job tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is what, Friday, right? Okay, so there's one more work day. You can go tomorrow to your job and conduct yourself the way that you want to outside of the guidelines of your job if you want to. There's nothing that says that you can't. But what I am telling you that is, if you go to your job tomorrow morning, if you go out anywhere tomorrow morning, right, and you operate outside of the guidelines of how to conduct yourself in public or in social places, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just walk into McDonald's in my brief. Let me rephrase that. I can do that.
You can.
I can. But what I'm saying to you is that there will be repercussions behind me walking into McDonald's in just my brief and my marina. You know what I'm saying? For those, let me just put that in American terms, in terms of my beater and my draws. Like, I can, truth be told, it's a free country. I can do that, but I'm telling you that there will be repercussions behind that. And so I'm saying to some of you that you're operating within the institution of marriage and you trying to apply your own rules and your own, and I'm telling you that you can, but there are repercussions that come along with that. And what I realized, D, is that marriage is supposed to shape us and not the other way around. So if you, and I think I've said this before, but if you are not trying to be cut, shaped, formed in any way, shape, or form, then this might not be the institution for you.
Yeah, go do something else with your time, man. There's a lot of good stuff to do. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a 14-point list, but I'm gonna make it almost narrative. Are y'all ready for it?
Yeah,
this
please.
Is the Quest said what marriage is and what it is not.
Yeah, and let me just put the disclaimer on it, D, as you go through this 14-point. Do me a favor, because I need you to number them out. Because if you have a pen and a pad, and you listening to this podcast, like, for real, you need to write this stuff down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in a narrative sense before I talk about some numbers. Okay,
come on.
So it's endless love. We're gonna start with that because it's the foundation. Okay, endless love. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have a breaking point. It doesn't mean it doesn't get tired or difficult, and it's not difficult. Yeah. But here we go. All right. So here it is. Endless love. It's patient and kind. It's not envious. It's not braggadocious or puffed up. It is not rude. It is not self-serving. It is not easily angered or resentful. It's not glad. It's not happy about injustice. It's rejoicing in truth. That's what you want. The truth. It bears all things. It believes all things. It hopes all things, and it endures all things. So if you want it in a list, that's a perfect list, by the way. That's 14. That's a multiple of 7.
And as let's
do them one by one.
Yep. I'll just tell you, you don't have to write all 14 of them down. I did, because they're all in one place. Yep. I'm going to direct you to 1 Corinthians 13. And they're all right there in that one chapter. But as you go through the 14, I want to come back in on the tail end and just talk a little bit about the container. Or, you know how you go to the bowling alley, D? And for those that are not necessarily too versed in how bowling works, you know what I'm saying? The whole object is to hit the pins down, right? The whole object in the marriage is to become holy or become intimate, right? And so when you go to the bowling alley, they put the bumpers up so you don't fall down in the gutter, so you can actually hit the pins. I want to come with a container or bumpers, if you will, that'll allow you on the back end to do what you're talking about right now. So go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm not going to explain them, but these are principles that anybody's supposed to live by if you want to be married and it be successful. So love, number 1. Number 2 is patience. And you can rewind this, you know, if I'm going too fast because we don't have a lot of time, you can rewind this once we're done being live, right? So love, number 1. Number 2, patience. Number 3, kindness. These are all principles.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the opposite of envy. So it is not envious.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, it does not brag. It's not proud. It's not puffed up.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Slow down. 6. When you say it's not proud, it doesn't brag. Just touch that for a minute there, D, because I think that's one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one.
Well, no big I's and little U's. It's not narcissistic. It's not always look at me. Ooh, look at me. And who are you anyway? I'm better than you. Everybody likes me, right? And the only reason people even think about you is because of me. You need me in everything, but I don't need you for anything.
My.
If I leave this place, then the worst thing in the world is gonna happen. If y'all get me out of here. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds like the news cycle. I'm confused. I think I was talking about the news.
Oh, wow.
I think I pulled that right out of the news.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, but bragging and being puffed up. I was reading it right out of the news, Quest. Oh my goodness. Wow. Anyway, yeah, being braggadocious like King Kong, beating on your chest and saying,
I just want to know if people are quick enough to catch you when you're doing this foolishness. I just want to know. But go ahead. I'm gonna let it. There's
a reason why I be sliding it by, man.
It's I'm gonna let it ride.
Aftertaste, man.
I'm gonna let it ride. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's not that. It's not rude.
Wow.
It is not self-serving. I cannot count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not self-serving. Number 7. Number 8, not easily angered or resentful. Number 9, not happy about injustice. Number 10, it rejoices in the truth. Quest always talks about there's his truth, her truth, and the truth.
The truth. It rejoices in her truth, you said?
Nah, the truth.
It rejoices in his truth.
No, man. Article. The truth.
It
definite article.
In their truth.
No, man. That don't exist. The truth.
Oh, wow.
Article. Definite article. Look up the word the one day. Okay. THE.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look it up. So when you say, I want a cup, and they carry any cup to you, you have nothing to say. But if you say you want the cup with the water in it,
yeah, you're talking about a specific one,
a specific cup. And if you come back with something else like coffee, what's gonna drain you, take out all of the water in your system.
And if you got a West Indian parrot, you might catch a box because you wasn't listening.
That's right. You need to listen. All right, number 11, it bears all things. You know, sometimes people say you got a big back. Because you're willing to, not that kind of back.
You're careful.
Like you're willing to carry. I'm telling you what it means, Quest. Because you're willing. Like sometimes people say, yo, people are hurling insult at your family or whatever. And you're like, no, I have a broad back. They can lean on me. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Number 12.
Yeah.
Believes all things, meaning the best. You're looking for the best in your spouse.
Yeah.
Hopes all things. It's the same thing, but even better. You're looking for the best in your spouse, and you want the best for your spouse, where you're calling things that are not as though they were. So your spouse is sad now, you're looking for happiness.
Yeah.
Your spouse is weak now, you're looking for strength.
Yeah.
You're seeing strength in your spouse. And I could go on, but you get it.
Yeah.
Number 13, hopes all things. I already said that, even if the numbers are wrong. I didn't number them like that. No. Endures all things. That means you're patient. That means you'll go through the trials for the benefit of the team.
Yep.
That means when things are great, you endure the greatness so you can get to phenomenal.
Come on.
You never give up. Like one dude at my former church used to say, good, better, best, never let it rest until the good gets better, and the better.
Yep. No, the better becomes best. Yep.
No. I did not say best, Quest. That's where y'all getting it twisted.
All right, come back again.
Because
then.
Best is a definition, is a destination. Good, better, best. Never let it rest, because best actually belies the concept
that you've already reached to a particular place.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna say it again. Good, better, best. Shut your brain where it says it does something.
Yes.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest.
Yeah.
Until the good gets better, and the better
becomes better.
Better.
Got you. That's love. I like
until you're dead.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
So that's it.
That's the 14. All right.
Yeah.
So here's what's deep about that, D, right? You've heard me say a while ago, like, and this is one of the pillars, I think, of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast, is the fact that, we have these MAFS isms, you know what I'm saying, if you will. I think one of our isms is, if things are good, they're good, right? And it doesn't require anything from us. I think things require something from us when it gets challenging, right? And with challenge and difficulty comes growth, right? And as you go through the 14 in 1 Corinthians 13, right? I forgot where it is. I think somewhere down close to verse 11. It talks about all those things, those 14 things that you talk about. And then it just seems like it just takes this left turn and goes off somewhere where I, like, for real. And it says this: when I was, well, before I get that to there's 5 things that we always talk about when we talk about the difficulty, right? When we're dealing with it between husband and wife. The first thing that I think that is now becoming a MAFS-ism, if you will, is number 1, we want to operate in maturity. 2, there should be an absence of selfish. 3, absence of pride. 4, you treat the marriage like it's your client. And 5, you exercise humility. Some way, somehow, I always think that 2 through 5 is a byproduct of what number 1 is. And this is that comes after those 14 things that you talked about. It takes this left turn, and then it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Which would imply that when you get to a certain frame of mind, if you will, because I'm not going to attribute it to age, but when you get to a certain frame of mind, there's just certain things that you just can't do anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain conversations, D, that at the age, you see the silver on our chin. In Jamaica, that'll say you're ton big man, right? There's just certain conversations that we can't take part in anymore. Certain things we just can't say. Why? Because as a grown man, not only in age, but in mindset, like, for real, you have now become a reference point for youngins who coming up in the game. And I always used to wonder, D, why does it always take that left turn? And I'm realizing that in order to operate in those those 14 things that you talked about before, you got to be grown. And I'm not talking about grown in age. I'm talking about grown in your mind. You want a desired result as this relationship thing is concerned, like, for real, then you can't continue, you know what I'm saying, to operate like for real. It's the title of the baby of MAFS, grown. And I doubt that you were talking about grown in terms of age, because I've seen some grown people, grown men and women, still throwing tantrums and not wanting to deal with real issues and not wanting to deal with themselves. Like, you know that when we're dealing with this stuff, that one of the isms is, like, for real, you self-assess, you fix your thinking, and then you make adjustments. But because of the grown, ingrown, and married, you fail to do that. And because you fail to do that, the relationship continues to suffer.
Yeah. And worse if two out of 2 persons have chosen that route, the non-starter route. The route where we ignored the whole list that we just gave. And now it's really my way or the highway. And real talk, you can say my way or the highway, but everybody loses. That's the thing about it. Like, that this is how ridiculous, like, this is how nonsensical, insane, mad this is. And I don't mean mad in a good way.
No.
To my brethren in Trenchtown, I ain't talking about that.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying, like, you're mad in your head. Yeah. And because you lose, that's like beating, like, I told you I was a psych guy.
Say you're gone, you what I say, you're loco and you're coco.
I told you I have a psych background, and with the population that we worked with, I'll just call it like that. There were persons who exhibited what was called self-injurious behaviors.
Oh, come on, D. Let's
We
get it.
had people that would dig in their gums with random objects off the ground. Like if they find a nail, they're going to dig it in their gums till they bleed, run their head into stuff and stuff that I can't even mention. It's just so, it's sadistic to the normal mindset, but you know, it's what we dealt with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at it, and if you ever saw it happen in public where somebody just randomly start punching themselves as hard as they could in their own face, right? You would think that's like, wow, like that's bananas. Like who would do that? But there are people beating their spouses.
Yeah.
There are people disrespecting their children.
Yeah.
There are people having 3 and 4 affairs or one affair that they haven't turned their backs on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so we're actually enduring our spouses, but really it's like me running my own head into a wall. Why? Because I'm supposed to be one with her.
Yeah. But see, you can't be one, D. And I don't know, man. It just seems like it's the same stuff that rears its ugly head over and over again.
Yeah.
The reason why you do that is because of selfishness, really and truly.
There we go.
Here's my thing. Selfishness make you stupid. You know, no disrespect. Because now here's a funny thing. Me and Mason me and my boy Mason West. Shouts out to Mason West. We had this conversation one morning on the prayer line. We believe that there is a difference between self-interest and selfish. Now I get it. Self-interest. You got to look out for yourself and make sure that you're preserved in a way that you can be, you know, and you got to, you know, make sure that you're preserved in order to do whatever you need to do for other people.
Like the oxygen coming out the thing in the airplane if you lose.
Absolutely. What do? You put the mask on your face first. That's what they tell you to do before you put the mask on somebody else. Self-interest. But there is a selfish mindset. Like I said, it just makes you stupid. You don't understand that this person is to become one with you. You in a relationship with this person. You don't understand that when you not considering the feelings of this person, when this person starts reacting to the fact that you are not taking them into consideration, who you think gonna be the first recipient of what they're feeling? The neighbor? Like it's you, dog. I'm sorry, sis. I don't want to, take on, 45's, terminology. I was talking to the males, but sis, like for real, if it's on your end and you doing that, like you're going to be the first recipient of his feelings.
Yeah. You've ever watched Frankenstein? Or if not watched it, you've ever heard of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The monster turns against you. Yeah. You created it. Oh, that's in the news again. And now isn't it?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
You create the monster gonna bite you and you can't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to not do that. Like, and that's an understatement. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Bible says, no man would ever treat his own flesh poorly. Now all of y'all who are very logical, pragmatic people are saying, well, people do it all the time. That's because we have a diseased mindset. Mm-hmm. But God is not giving us a diseased paradigm. He's saying that people with sense, people who are spiritual, do not disrespect their own bodies.
Come on.
So if I don't disrespect my own body, then I can't disrespect my wife, or vice versa. If wifey has respect for herself, she's supposed to can respect me.
That's it.
So we need healthiness. Frenchie asks, and I know we don't normally go through the thing, but Frenchie was like, do you have to get all of these yourself before you can come to the marriage? And I'm like, well, we all grow together. That's the whole point. Like that we supplement, we complement each other. Mm-hmm. It's ideal. Yeah, it's great if you got all of that whole package. But the point is we need to have love as the overarching and undergirding principle and pillars so that all of those other tentacles have space to grow in our lives, man.
I'm just saying, man, D. And how many of us, let me include myself in there because I'm not perfect. How many of us are losing because you have the inability to operate in those dynamics?
Yeah. Let's pick envy. I just want to pick one because we didn't talk much about that. I'm just going to pick envy.
Yeah.
A healthy marriage does not harbor or foster or produce envy. Now, envy is different than jealousy. Jealousy says, that's my Brooklyn hat.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody take it off my head and start wearing it, and then it look better on them, then I might be jealous about that because it's my hat.
Mm-hmm.
It was my idea.
Mm-hmm.
And the little bit of feel good that I might have derived from having it on has gone somewhere else. So that's jealousy.
Somebody done took your idea and blew it up.
But if it's envy now, that's not my Brooklyn hat.
Yeah.
And the feel good that's based on Quest wearing the Brooklyn hat now was never do me.
Yeah.
And now I got heat for Quest because Quest getting a couple, yo, where you get that hat from, Quest?
Yeah.
Wifey's getting a little love because she's being successful at whatever wifey does. Now you got a problem. She's outshining you. So you got a problem instead of seeing that the sun, when it shines, everybody grows. You don't see that though.
Yeah.
You don't see the growth.
Or you don't see that's the other part of you that's shining.
That's you. Like we used to say back in the day, remember Quest? Like I was in a hospital when I was a young boy. I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And I know it's old stuff, but I was 13, 14. And Jamaica Hospital in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Guy came in to draw blood and saw this little cute girl with me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, that's you? Yeah. Remember how he used to say that?
Yo,
that's you?
Yo, that's you, kid?
Yo, that's you?
You about to make a move.
Like,
yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Okay.
Because we had this association. Now we're married. We're grown. So when people see Simone, they're supposed to say, yo, that's you? Mm-hmm. And when they see Simone, they're supposed to look at me and be like, yo, that's you? Mm-hmm. Because we're one now.
Yeah.
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 So envy is no space in marriage for that. Like when she shines, I shine. When I shine, she shines.
Once again. But it's because of, and here are the 5 things again. And I think we've touched them all throughout the conversation, like for real. It's there because of, that's the way that you respond to it, D, because of maturity.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a child, spake as a child, understood.
Past tense.
Thought process, understood as a child.
Yeah.
But now I became a man. All of those things that I used to trip over, like, yo, looking at my, you feeling contempt towards her because she's shining. I put away childish things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These 3. But the greatest of these.
Best, yes. Love, man. LOVE. Yeah. Since you brought up Joey, shout to Take 6, man. LOVE, love.
That's it.
Spread love. Da.
I'm not paying for it.
I'm not paying. Not paying.
I just wanted to put your hat on for a minute. I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. But that's the thing, man. It's all about love, man.
And here's the funny thing, D. Love don't always feel good.
Nah, it don't always feel good.
I think that's where we get messed up. I think we always think that love is synonymous with good feelings. Yeah. Sometimes it's tough love, but it don't always feel good. But yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. Give him the sizzle, not the steak.
Give him the sizzle, not the steak, man. So y'all already know what it is, man. It's been a blessing to hang out with y'all.
Come on.
And, Lord spares life. We'll catch y'all on the rebound on Monday, 5-minute marriage moments, and next Thursday doing what we do here. Holla.
Stay focused.
Yeah. Philly PD, what you know about Sizzler? Y'all dudes from the Northeast, I tell you.
Sizzler.
How old are you anyway?
Sizzler.
I'm a hypocrite.
Listen, shouts out to my boy Bobby Patton. I remember when he was going through, the weight change stuff, and he was like, yo, if I get this 500 from David Shan's Quest, we going to the Sizzler. I'm like, come on, Bobby, lose it. Let's go to the Sizzler.
The place still exists?
I don't think it still
Oh,
exists. But,
oh,
you
oh,
know what I'm
oh.
saying? We were just referencing it because I remember Sizzler for
Oh,
Dollars.
okay, okay, okay,
That
okay.
was my spot. That in Ponderosa. And
Ponderosa.
oh, by the way, I was in Green Acres Mall the other day. There's a name you haven't heard in years.
Nah.
Yeah, I remember the Ponderosa that used to be right there at the entrance. Of course, it's not there anymore, but them used to be my two spots. Yeah.
Yeah. I had so many bikes stolen there.
Oh,
It's
come on.
good memories.
Come on.
Gosh.
Come on.
Yeah, man. So thanks for joining us, y'all. Yeah. Craig hit that nickel.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say that. He a police. No,
50
don't say that.
Cent.
50. Yeah, 50. Can't say nickel.
Yeah.
Does that mean something else?
Yeah.
50 Cent, man.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see what Officer Craig is doing, man? The videos? He's
Oh
about to
yeah. The ones in the car, what do you call them?
like the ride along joint.
Ride
I don't know
along
what it's
joints. Yeah,
called.
those are fire. They're
It's
fire.
gonna be crazy, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Like I don't be looking forward to people's live videos, quite frankly. But that's gonna be dope.
That stuff is dope.
Yeah.
That stuff is dope. Well, yeah, man. Let's shout them out real quick. D. Africa. Yeah, shouts out to Africa Stewart. She is on the low. Like I've been a long time supporter of you know what I'm saying, the MAFS program. Shouts out to her. Frenchie, as always, Officer Craig, Rolando Roman, you know what I'm saying, out there on the west side. Ayana, you know what I'm saying, shouts out to her as well. Nicole Davis and Lucy Brown. I've been seeing her pop in on a regular right now. Shouts out to Lucy Brown, also a member of BU. Lovely to have you. Remember, guys, for real, if you get a chance as y'all listening to the podcast, we're trying to get these reviews up. So if you listen to the podcast later on your iPhone, your Mac devices, do me a favor, go to the icon, the podcast icon, open it up there for me and go and leave us a review. We would love to hear from you. And we would love to have you be one of the listeners of the week. Yeah, which we got to get back on. So yeah. Them. Yeah. And then of course, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, Ronnie Jacks, who, you know what I'm saying, was in the room with us.
Yeah, man.
They absolutely love the
show. That's my man. I got a link to do, but I don't be in the States like ever. Yeah. So y'all got to get us up there together so I could go check this bro. Yeah, my girl Tasha from elementary school. She was my people's from way back when. She was on in today as well. Frenchie, you know what I'm saying, as usual. You know what I'm saying? Those are the usual suspects who be in here with us. So shouts out to them, man. Word up. All right, y'all. No diss if we didn't say your name. See, Isaiah was in the building. Yeah. And we're gonna get some stuff done and get up out of here. Aisha, BX, stand up. Oh, real quick, D. Lucy was asking, how do I do that? Lucy, if you listen via your iPhone, just go to the podcast app. It comes with the iPhone OS. Just click on the podcast app, go into the search and put Marriage Ain't for Suckers. You will see Marriage. Click on it and then scroll down once you click on it and you'll see ratings there. And then you just, I forgot what the thing is for leave review. Well, yep, yeah. I think that's it. Leave review. Click on leave review and go ahead and leave a review. Yep. She wanted to know how to suggest the book for Audible. Just put it in the feed. Yeah, put it in the feed. Just put it right here. Just put a comment the same way you asked the question. Put it in the comment. Say this audio book. Yeah. And audibletrial.com/marriage. That would be helpful. Put them right next to each other. And that'll be helpful. Indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, much love for Frenchie. No doubt. Yes. All right. All right, y'all. We're going to cut you loose, I think. Right, Quest? D, what happened to peace? Peace.